The Bike and Music Weekend, the somewhat different motorcycle meetup. Once a year, thousands of bikers from all over the world conquer the world on their heavy guns. The biggest rest area in Europe, the Geiselwind rest area next to the A3 Autobahn in Germany. Hardened bikers come here with bikes of all calibers to let them boom for an entire weekend. To not even mention engine, powertrain and tires, during the burnout on the show mile, the motorcycle parts are put to their limits and beyond. In the most literal way, a hot tire is laid down here until the tire is in flames. And then suddenly bursts. Along with the more robust stuff, more maintained objects are presented. Bikes with high-class parts made of carbon, steel and chrome, designed by the customized Thomas Rösti Voll. As the owner of R&R Customizing, he has been a fixed part of the Bike and Music Weekends. The Harley-Davidson Street Rod Extreme is one of the models entrusted to him, a motorcycle for the country road with sufficient power and clearly improved ride characteristics.
It is more in the category of power cruiser. They have a production series power of 128 horsepower. For me, it is just important that it works. I don't change anything if I can't improve it. Combining the optical components with the technical components is what we do, and that is what I always try to do. It is not about looking good, but not being able to drive anymore or riding worse. I need an improvement in the ride, otherwise I won't do the chassis.
What originally began as a meeting for Harley-Davidson bikes and US cars now draws over 25,000 visitors to the Bike and Music Weekend to Geiselwind. Production series bikes, customs bikes and special tricked-out motorcycle rebuilds for the biker. Also a feast for the eyes, just like the motorized old-timers. And whoever needs a break from the noise of the engines will find musical relaxation on the outdoor stage. Along with bikes, music, and all kinds of style-true US cars, of course, larger scale and crazy monstrous racing vehicles are also here. And also beautiful women, such as Germany's only motorcycle stunt girl, Mai Lin.
This is the third that I have, the Triumph Street Triple. My first was a CB500, and that is very good to start with something small like that, because it often falls on its side. I learned it in a wheelie workshop. That is a school where you learn to do wheelies. After that, I had iron discipline and learning it using my motorbike on the track, just always doing wheelies, always in first gear, just letting the clutch come, pushing the pedal a bit, and I got used to the height. The motorcycle has 675 cc and, I think, over 120 horsepower. Enough, anyway. The most important thing is the front sprocket, the short transmission, so that you get into first gear as fast as you possibly can onto the back wheel, and you can stay there. In other words, balance. Short transition, a big crash bar, a crash cage is on it, and here I have a seat depression point in it to sit in, because I often sit on the tank and then drive on one wheel. There is an anti-slip substance on it.
Because a secure grip is important, even if you don't see any insecurity at all on the 25-year-old. A fiery mixture of stunts and acrobatics. At the Bike and Music Weekend, drag racers, burnout junkies, and motorcycle fans find everything that their two-wheel heart desires. One highlight follows the next into the late evening hours. This bike is only allowed to spit out fire at a set tempo. That is because Europe's biggest rest area is too small for anything else, because the 3,500 horsepower monster accelerates to 350 in 7 seconds. Bike and Music Weekend in Geiselwind, a yearly biker experience of the most unusual kind.